You like it so far?
I'm like 45 minutes in. I just got to the part where he does the James Bond thing of ignoring MI6's orders, and then it opens up when you're in that first camp. And I stopped because we had to do this because we like to be on time, unlike other people. Um,
And that whole game is that they'll chase him just not listening.
that's the character.
That's
Yep.
the character.
Yep.
That is the character. He's supposed to be the rogue.
Yeah, I finished it right before we did what we did. Um, I don't know if you want me to say it
Which
on there.
time?
Uh, that makes it seem like we were all fucking each other. No, that was crazy. The second time, I finished it right before that,
Okay.
and I was playing it on my portal as I was at this horrible party I was at, and the ending is really strong. A lot of good intrigue and ends on a cliffhanger. I'm just gonna tell you. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I don't like the hand-to-hand combat that much because the camera loses its mind, but I do like it.
I just it feels very uncharted, which I was not what I was expecting from this. Like from the beginning, I was like, "There's the little things you got to squeeze through, and there's climbing, and it's like, all right."
It's Uncharted with better gunplay. I hate the gunplay in Uncharted. Always
All
hate it.
right, all right. Well, we got 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes. How long we thinking?
10,
Uh,
maybe.
give him to 820. Give him to 820. Nice even, nice even number. You know what I'm
Number.
saying? Yeah, Josh, get ready for Evo Sadi, man.
I'm saying that
You
that's
didn't
what
know
I
that
will.
happened?
What?
That they bought it.
I knew that they bought it. What did I?
Josh is saying he don't want propaganda. I'm like, you might not get it on stream, but you gonna get. It's gonna happen in the arena. I know that.
I'm fine until they start doing the propaganda, and then what the other thing I'm really scared of is that we're gonna get Evo Saudi.
When none of their all their stuff has propaganda in it. The WWE stuff, the Live
No, not
Golf, the
everything. No,
what
no,
what?
no. It does not. The most of the propaganda is just the seasons ad. That's usually all it is. It's not the other stuff of oh, look at this, oh, look at this, oh, look, come to Saudi. That's not what the rest of it is. Like FIFA doesn't do that. F1 doesn't do that. Um, who else goes there on a pretty normal basis? Like any of the stuff that's not actually owned by them that does stuff there, they don't do any of that stuff.
And I tell you what, if I see IFC Yipes talking about Riyadh season, that's gonna break my heart. What happened to you, brother?
You gonna see Riyadh season fight sticks?
Exactly, bro. Oh my god. Speaking of fight sticks, can I talk about it? I guess I can. That PlayStation fight stick is terrible. Absolutely
Terrible.
horrible. Horrible.
So another PlayStation controller that's not good.
This might be the worst one to me because it costs $200.
You paid
Uh,
that?
No, I have no. I don't own it. I've just used it. I don't own it. I do not own it. Don't plan to. Horrible.
So what's all wrong with it?
The buttons feel like toy buttons. They don't use sandwich buttons. They use like their original buttons, and I don't like how they feel. They feel way too like I don't want to say cheap because it doesn't feel cheap. It just doesn't feel like something to play anything seriously. Doesn't feel like honestly the only reason you would buy that stick is if you truly need a wireless stick. I don't know why you would, but if you did, but yo, those buttons suck. Uh, the I don't like the ball top. It's very hard to mod. I don't like it. It's kind of small. Not my thing. I hate it, but some people might like that.
Why would you want to go wireless anyway
I,
in this
maybe if you're
environment?
just playing, exactly. Maybe you're just playing in your home and you want to play in bed
Just
or
do
something. I don't know,
pad.
but maybe you want the
I don't
experience of
know.
a fight stick.
I've
But
got
but to that I would say You can get a cheaper one. You got to get a dongle, but you can get a cheaper one that does the same stuff.
C Dub, we're talking about fight sticks, not the controller, not the DualShock. Talking about the PlayStation Fight Stick, not the DualSense.
I don't even love the DualSense that much though. I love the effects. I mean, to me, like, yeah.
That's it. The only problem with that, and
Hell, I even got this motherfucker now.
hey, that one's good too.
I like the haptic feedback. That's fun, but the actual
It
controller
breaks
itself-
though.
Mine hasn't. Mine's been fine since I got it. I don't know what y'all be doing. I see that. I don't know what y'all niggas be doing with these controllers. Like,
I think it depends on, like, the people I know that have broken them. It's people that play games where you're spamming a lot of the same button, like, throughout the game, and that has something to do with it. Because I've asked the same question. I'm like, what is up? Because I don't have one, so I'm like, what is up? And they're like, you spam. You play a lot of games where you're spamming the same button. It has a tendency to.
but then again, other than maybe I'm just like real general on controllers, but other than like the old Mad Catz controllers, like the controllers, not the fight sticks, I ain't really had controllers break like that. Not really. Not all that often in my
I've never
entire
had
life.
stick drift either.
Yeah, that's never happened to me. I don't know what niggas be doing, man. Y'all must be biting these motherfucking controllers. I've broken many a fight stick though.
Well, that's different.
That's expensive.
See, Chase, there's this thing called salt, and when you lose, it happens. It happens.
Oh, I don't know it. I don't know anything about that.
That's
Oh, dog, motherfucker. Hey man, let's play Mortal Kombat later. I'll show you some salt. You want some salt? You want to experience salt?
I don't even have that.
You know, let's play Tekken. Let's play something later.
I do have Tekken.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get him in the air and start juggling him for 5 minutes.
Yes. Yes. Now I'm not even that good at Tekken.
I was one of the best in the world at Fight Forever.
And fight forever.
That's a fact. He was. That is a fact.
It's a good game. Just had no content.
I like stayed up all night and I was like, oh fuck, I'm 50. I'm top 50. What did I do? And then they banned my guy. So I had to figure out somebody else to use.
Who did you use?
Malachi.
Oh.
There's some
Nigga,
cheap ass bullshit you could do with Malachi.
They used to bitch though because really no Kenny Omega, no Malachi Black. Like come on, man, just learn counters. I've been having to learn counters for years, bro. Just learn counters. Imagine playing Super Turbo and going, "Hey man, you can't pick old Sagat. That's cheating." Like no, motherfucker, just learn. Just learn the game. Whining, man.
There's not that. Like, how many. Like, whatever. I've never understood that. Like,
It was Omega, it was Malachi, and it was all the big guys. Like Paul White, Lance Archer, Brody Lee. Well, just the big dudes. That's who all was banned.
okay.
Dumb.
You
Especially
had.
when there's counters to all them. Just use rebound attacks. Just use rebound attacks.
Also, if
That's
there's like 5 or 6 of them, why do you need to ban people? Because then there's more than enough characters to. It's not like you have one that is like.
But-
It's not like Guile in like Street Fighter like 2, like OG Street Fighter 2.
But then he wasn't even banned. They just banned
Yeah.
the glitch.
No.
Not when I was controlling him, Sean. Never. Markeem can tell you.
Yeah. His Malachi was good. People didn't like the Snapdragon with Kenny Omega. They was like, oh, ban it. there's a window where you can counter one, and then when you counter one, Kenny's recovery is so bad, that's when you take control. But motherfuckers was terrible. I mean, it was hard to do, but that's the whole point. Different characters had advantages. It's a wrestling game, but essentially it's a fighting game. Like it,
Right.
you know. Come on. Don't play Vega. Vega's too fast. Like what the fuck are we doing? All right, you got 5 minutes, boy.
I just
So-
texted him.
So, this Virtual Fighter game.
Oh my god.
So,
Oh my God.
how many people are working on it? Because looking at Stranger Than Heaven, it's like that game's nuts. Just ambition wise, it's like who's working on this Virtual Fighter thing at that place?
I don't know.
I mean, a lot of the animations are the same animations that have always been in Virtual Fighter, so that makes that part a little easier. The rest of it, I have no idea. The
I
game
have no
looks
clue.
in fucking sane.
I just hope because they announced they're doing the panel at Evo. I don't know if they're gonna have a build or not. I want people to ask the right questions because we've seen story stuff. I want to know how one-on-one fights are. How do you get to certain stuff? Ask those questions because all the other stuff, I'm sold. I don't need to see no more of the other stuff.
Is that this year or next year?
Next year.
VF next year.
Next year.
Yeah,
Next year.
because I know Stranger Than Heaven it is Stranger
Top of
Than
next
Heaven,
year.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
top of
January
next year.
27th.
Yeah.
Why is Tupac in that game?
I don't know. Why is Snoop Dogg in the game? Why?
Well, it's not just Snoop Dogg, it's Snoop Dogg and his son. So then I was like, oh, he's trying to get his son work.
Hopefully he's more likable than Ice Cube. So. Hate that guy. Oh man, Punk finally got his WrestleMania main event. What's more does he need? We don't know.
We don't know.
I wonder how long ago he asked for whatever he asked for, and then I don't know. Maybe he wanted to win.
Maybe.
Which, I mean, come on now. Am I interested in the new Star Wars racing game? Of course, Sean. Come on now. I used to love, what's it called, a Star Wars Racer back in the day? Hell yeah.
I'm more interested in Zero Company, but that has to do with it being made by Mass Effect and XCOM people than...
Yeah, it looks cool. It does look cool.
I don't know if they should have spoiled the friggin' presence of Anakin Skywalker in the E3 trailer, but whatever.
What, the what trailer?
It's E3. Come on.
Maybe someday they'll all come to their maybe someday they'll all come to their senses and be like, you know what? We should just do this at one event.
Well, it wasn't...
Let all of
It was the LA Convention Center that friggin' killed the thing.
they can go back to
But-
Vegas.
They've never been to Vegas. They've only been to Atlanta, Santa Monica, and Los Angeles.
I thought they would have been into Vegas.
You're thinking of CES. That's a completely different show.
Oh. Okay.
Isn't that the
That's-
tech show?
That's the everything
That's
show.
the tech show.
E3
That's
was
the everything show.
yeah. E3 was
is-
LA,
which-
Atlanta, Santa Monica.
All right. I'm sorry. Anyways, they should just that way you can be like, we can get all of the content creators, we can get all of the together. But maybe that wouldn't work for the content creators. Maybe this works better for the content creators. It being streamed so they can just do the reaction videos and all of that.
Hold on, I gotta get on YouTube. Because this chat only goes to us. If you post in here, it doesn't post to that chat. Okay. Has anyone seen Richard Cambo? Question mark.
Did he respond to your text?
No.
Well, then
Fuck him. Nah, I'm joking. I hope he alright. I'm kidding. A Simpsons Hit and Run remaster. Oh,
I
man,
mean, we just got the Godzilla remaster, so
don't threaten me with a good time.
those memes are hilarious, by the way.
Stop being a pussy, Brandon Freeman.
Now you gotta relax, man. What if like Brandon's company like is like real meticulous about his online presence? You gotta relax.
What, they got AI scanning everything?
Yeah, my company does too.
I mean,
Yeah,
They
but yours
get-
yours decided they wanted to surveil America, and everybody was willing to take part.
Well, that's not my decision.
I mean, you know, my company knows I make this podcast. Well, a director pulled me to the side and was like, "Do you make YouTube videos?"
I have
do you
been
know
since
that?
2007.
That's what I told her. And then she was like, "Yeah, I was. It was brought to my attention. I saw a little short video of you yelling about something." So I guess somebody in the company found one of our streams, and I guess someone sold her that short. That short.
Well,
that you put up.
that short went nuts for a little bit.
Yeah.
I still haven't delved completely into the shorts because that takes time, and I've been busy doing other things, as y'all are well aware. So if anybody wants to do the shorts, please hit me up because I ain't got time.
Sounds like an LV project. He was the one that offered to do it before.
I don't want to talk to LV. He's trying to counter program our ass.
All right, Jim, trying to get me fired. I wish I would tell my fucking director, who I love to death, by the way, mind your business.
You don't get to say that when you post it on a public Discord server, sir.
What goes on in my life is my personal business. I don't want that to happen. Y'all don't understand, man. Like I don't want that to happen.
It already
So
happened.
me going viral and stuff.
It already happened.
I mean, we went in a sense of like our little niche here. Like I don't want this shit to break containment at all. Random guy goes, "How's he yelling about the grandest stage of them all?" He's a you know how they know you know they don't know ball. They'd be like, "He's an AEW mark." Me of all people. Oh man.
Shall we start?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, don't have an intro because Brandon's not here. He's on a business trip. But
He should send you the intro.
He didn't make. He can't
Yeah, he
make
didn't
one,
make one.
Josh. He's not where his computer
Oh,
is.
I just meant like he should send you like an intro. To you.
Well, that didn't happen.
Oh, well,
That
I'm
didn't
just saying.
happen. Didn't happen. Wanted to start by wishing well wishes to Conan. He had to undergo a double leg amputation today. Of course, he's had long story kidney issues, multiple transplants, dating back from the TNA days. Best wishes to him. And he will come up later because he has to do with something we'll discuss. Where do y'all want to start? Do y'all want to start with Japan or Mexico?
Japan's
let's
probably
start-
the bigger story.
Yeah, let's start with Japan, because I'm gonna be kind of positive for a little bit, then kind of negative, and then positive again. So let's. All right. So where you want to start, Chase? What we know?
Well, what we know is that Bushi Road sold all of their stock in New Japan for $22.6 million to TV Asahi for and Cyber Agent. So TV Asahi got about TV Asahi already owned 22%. So then their 22% went up to what is it, 43.6?
Yeah.
That was 46.3.
Oh,
Or do I have
46.3.
it?
That's it. That's it. 46.3. So their little 22% stake went up to 46, and then Cyber Agent bought the rest of the Bushiroad stock, and they now own 46% of New Japan, and then some company I had never heard of called Amuse Inc. owns the remaining 7.2. So that price is significantly lower than New Japan's 2018 evaluation, which was $185 million. I don't know if they would have moved it for that much liquid cash if they weren't in the situation they're in with that $68.3 million loan they took out just to operate this year. I'm thinking that's like the biggest factor in this whole move that for some reason nobody's brought up except for one person. That's a problem. But yeah, I don't think this would have happened if Bushiroad was not in the troubles they're currently in. Because this screams we need money now.
Of course.
And what's our best asset that we don't want to get rid of?
Right. Like, because they didn't get rid of Stardom, but
Nope.
Theoretically, Stardom is probably making, like, not probably
More profitable.
They're more profitable. They're probably more profitable. Probably not making more money.
The potential is much higher with Stardom.
Yeah, yeah. But they're making more of a profit with Stardom. Is what I meant. So that's probably why they didn't get it. But you're absolutely right. I mean, this is just we need the cash, so we sold it. They're now, owned by the company that actually owns New Japan World. And Cyber Agent, which will be interesting because that's the people that own
Wrestle Universe, which is Noah, yes. DDT, and Tokyo Joshi.
Yes. So we'll see. They haven't. We don't know how all this is going to work out yet. So, but to Markeem, I think what Markeem's going to say is both of these companies are much larger than Bushiroad. There should be an influx of money. If you look at Noah, the production of Noah is.
Go ahead. You just say it. You know what I'm saying. Go ahead.
The production level is much higher. Like it's a lot. Now the wrestling is not great, but the production has been much higher. So that's all good.
I think if you're a fan of Japanese wrestling, this is something to kind of feel positive about because, God damn it, I can't believe I'm about to concede to Josh, but the one thing that Josh came on here and said is that there should be, even if like New Japan is not acquiring a bunch of top guys, there should be more of a hodgepodge of all the top guys in one place because that's what we kind of need right now. And I think with this happening, you're probably going to see more of that. You're probably going to see, Noah guys on New Japan shows, New Japan guys on Noah shows, and things like that, which is probably the best thing for the business right now because, my God, we need it. Guys that are losing to other guys and other companies because, I mean, let's just call it what it is. Other than Stardom, I wouldn't say, and I guess Tokyo Joshi Pro is very, it's very, small, in terms of scale, nobody is really in a position to where things look good at all. You know what I mean? Like, look at Dragon Gate, who's struggling to fill houses. I think a lot of that has to do with the quality of the show, though. Terrible promotion.
I wish they'd run a house. They're running church multi-purpose rooms.
There you go. All Japan's doing well in terms of relative to what they did last year, but just the idea of the hodgepodge of everybody just in one spot is a good thing. I think that now that there's more money in New Japan, guys will be more inclined to maybe stay there. Like maybe if there's a foreigner that's there that happens to get over and they go, you know what, there's not really a spot for me in the other two companies. You might have the money to be able to keep that guy if he really gets over. I think this is kind of a good thing. The doom and gloom is kind of over because, things can always change, but TKO is now not handcuffing himself to Cyber Agent anymore, so we don't have to worry about the timing of this was we can breathe a sigh of relief because they're not so directly involved with Noah and stuff like that. So they won't unless they change their mind. They won't try to invade all the big companies and put them on. It won't happen, but I think it's a good thing. I think it's worth being positive about. So we shall see what happens because of it.
Like to me, the biggest problem with this story, and again, I wanted to get into the wrestling media at large, was that it broke overnight, and you had Fightful, and PW Insider just Google Translate the press release and not get any info. They didn't have to
get any info. They can't get any info. That's part of the problem. They don't have any contacts with that company unless you are calling up Rocky and getting Rocky to talk to you, and Rocky's probably not talking to either of them. He's probably talking to the person that actually we had to wait for to wake up and
to get woken up at 5 a.m. Pacific. Oh.
Right.
But it's like Dave is fucking 66 years old, about to be 67. He cannot be the only person that has this information and can break it. There has to be someone else out there willing to step up. This is like
there are.
What are we doing?
I think there are people that have, and I've said this before. I think with Dave, one of the problems, and people have to come to this realization. No one's going to be able to do everything that Dave does, right?
No, because he makes like what 40 to 60,000 words a week.
Yeah,
he talks to everybody on earth.
Yeah, you're not going to be able. What you'll have is a Brandon Thurston. You'll have maybe the Voices of Wrestling guys. Maybe you'll have.
But Brandon Thurston's only good when WWE tells him the turnstile counts for All In.
No, what are you talking about? Especially after this week, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And you have people who I think are now a little bit more better to listen to as far as recommendations for matches and stuff. But there's no one that does everything that Dave does. On top of, I don't think there's anybody that really understands the business the way Dave does either. I think that's the other, like, this never gets talked about. This is a guy who was literally taught the business by Paul Bosch, like one of the legendary small promoters, took him under his wing and taught him the business. There is nobody else that does this type of work that has happened to. And so that is something else that like misses, but you're absolutely. I mean, we come in here and we talk about like the wrestling media all the time. You look at, the other WWE case that just got thrown out. Well, I guess not thrown out.
It's settled. The shareholder suit got settled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want Discovery to happen.
They didn't want Discovery. Well, they didn't like the Discovery that had already happened, and like that Brandon was like, oh, this stuff's redacted. Fuck that. I'm going to get it unredacted. And he did. And it turned out to be not good. And it wasn't even major stuff. It was just stuff that you were like, oh, this doesn't look good. And there's other stuff that he says is redacted that he's still going to fight to get unredacted because it was already put into court. So you can still do that. But nobody else is doing that. Like really, it would be him and Bix would be the only two guys that would be doing that, and that's it. And you're talking like really crazy. Like the wrestling media really sucks because you have too many people who are just looking for the scoops. They're not willing to do any real insight. They're not willing to really talk the business part of the business part of the business, maybe because they don't know, but even just bringing in people that actually know the business part of the business, and not saying, oh, we're going to bring in Eric Bischoff, who has failed at everything besides WCW. Or,
he failed at that too, Josh.
He failed at that too.
He ended up, yeah. But yeah. So that's the problem, and it's a problem that we're going to continue to have until people decide to have, it's pro wrestling, and I know this sounds really stupid to say until we start having actually grown-up discussions about the way people cover pro wrestling. This is going to continue to happen, and it sucks. So, and it's why WWE is allowed to do a lot of the things WWE is allowed to do, because you have people that simply are there for content and there for scoops, and they want their inside info into WWE, which means that you get the WWE PR posts as news, even though it's clear they're not news, all of that sort of stuff. So we've talked about this.
No disrespect to Fightful. No disrespect. I don't mean any disrespect by saying this, even though it'll probably get back to Sean. He'll take it that way. I don't know. At this point, if you do, grow up. If you want me to take you seriously, that account has to stop posting like they're fans. It's just that simple. Like, if you want to be taken serious as news, stop posting memes. Stop being like, you know what I mean? Just stop acting like a group of fans.
Stop posting WWE PR and
That
not
too.
calling it WWE PR.
That too.
Like
that
all,
too.
also that you
per WWE sources, blah blah blah.
Right.
That's all you got to do. That's literally all you got to do.
No, you don't even just say not even WWE sources. There's like per
WWE,
right. You know,
or per
you're getting
TKO
it
or
from
whoever.
but it is what it is. So
We received a statement from the WWE that says this.
right, and not be like, oh, WWE asked me to do this, so I'm gonna put it like this. Don't be doing that bullshit.
Don't do that. Don't do the work for them. Do not
Right.
contribute to their PR. Don't do it.
But I get it, because they feel like if they don't do that, then they're gonna lose their access, and that's the thing. And it's people got to grow up and be like, you know what, my access is not worth this company fucking with pro wrestling. And I think there's not enough people that have that understanding, and even if they understand it, they don't care. And that's
But they need to understand that those people fucking need them. Like, they need them to do that.
I know that. I know that.
So you don't have to bend over and take it. Have some self-respect, man.
I mean, Dave's not scared of that shit at all, and they just
No.
comped him second row ticket to SmackDown.
Like with David, it's like sometimes do they I wouldn't say blacklist him, but do they make it so that it's difficult for him? Yes, without a question. Like Brian and Dave will never have a WWE contracted wrestler on their show ever. That's just gonna be the way it is, because they know they can go to other places, and that's just not the way it's gonna be. So
But that's a
Yeah.
good thing. If they make it difficult for you, that means you're doing your job.
yeah.
That means you're doing your job.
Like you shouldn't be like like there's a lot of people who are not journalists that do this because they're fans and that sort of thing. But you have people who are journalists and do journalist work for other like aspects of things. And most of them absolutely are the worst at covering pro wrestling. That's the problem, right? You don't have a lot of those type of people who are actually do a good job, and then they go, well, this is not the way the journalism works. Yeah, no, fuck you. You're using a modern journalistic standard that is outdated and has been outdated for 50 years. Even before the internet, it was outdated. And you're still using it because that's what you were taught, and you're not smart enough to question if this is actually the way we should be doing things. So, anyways.
Well said, Josh. Well said. What you got, Chase? Feel like you got something to add?
No.
Oh,
No.
I mean, we complain about this all the time. So,
Yes.
And we should. Like it bothers me when places like, I'll just throw out Voices of Wrestling. They complain about it, but then they throw up their hands and are like, "There's nothing we can do about it." Nah, you have to
do
keep
something. Do something.
You gotta just keep
I know for a fact that, like, they know people and shit. Like, you know what I mean? We have to do something. We have to upset how this shit is handled, how this shit is covered. It starts with us, and that includes us and even our little speck of this whole community. We all have to get together and change this shit somehow.
It's not
It has
good.
to be us.
It's not good. And people go, "Oh, it's like every other fan." No, the only other fan community I would say this is like is comic books. And the reason why it's like comic books is because getting an actual discussion about the actual business of comic books and publishing with fans or with comic book media is virtually impossible. They don't want to talk about it because if you talk about it, then all the things they like about comic books goes out the windows, and they don't want it. And that's why this isn't the case. People talk about the business of pro wrestling all the time.
Correct.
And so it's not.
Yeah,
Marquis.
Look, man, absolute Batman, commercial and critical success. But I'll just say, is it a commercial success? That's all I'll say. Is it?
It's a commercial.
Or is it just commercial success because of how bad things are?
Right.
Is that what's going on?
Right. Like, I'm sorry, and I will get on a comic book rant. The comic book, the DC, Marvel, and Image, all three of them do need to say fuck you to the comic book shops. They really do. Or comic books aren't going to survive. Like, that's just how it is.
Oh, Josh, we can do this later. Hey, just know this man is spitting right now. Oh, man.
And I know that makes people mad, but
listen,
it's the truth.
If this comment section was different, it would have lit up just now because nobody was talking about that shit. Nobody wants to talk about that shit. Man.
Well, if we want to stay in the New Japan realm, I did not see a second of the Best of the Super Juniors tournament, but I know you did, Markeem. So give us a wrap up of that tournament.
Okay, so there were a lot of good matches. Only, not counting the final, only 2 matches I would consider truly must see. One other match that was kind of great. A whole lot of things that's forgettable. A lot of fun stuff. All in all, I don't think it was like that bad of a tournament. Other than the stuff that you think would be goofy, ended up being goofy. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't that bad of a tournament. The final, though. So last year, they did the same matchup, which was Yo and Kosei Fujita. And shockingly, it was a really great match. I'm talking about, like, fantastic match. Very surprising, caught everybody off guard, out of left field. Like, why is this so great? How did this end up being this great? My goodness. They did the same final this year, but instead of having the young guy, the new guy, the guy that, you kind of told us is like the next like big junior guy, you give it to the guy that nobody has ever cared about in that capacity. And it's just a bevy of odd decisions that this company
It
is
sounds
making.
like
And in the match this year,
it sounds like New Japan booking. It sounds like New Japan booking for the last 2.5 years.
Yeah, absolutely, because like it's like this 50-50. This is the definition of 50-50 booking. Why did and don't get me wrong, it's hard because I can't really complain that much. Because the crowd wanted Yo to win, which I think is the problem. I think that's like that shows like you hadn't done what you should have done with these young dudes, man. If the entire crowd is cheering the guy who really has no upside, he's in his late 30s. You know what I mean? He's a joke character now. It's a complete joke character now. And again, the match was really good. I enjoyed the match. Just the wrong guy won. And I remember in the Discord, Alex was talking about it. Shout out to Alex. Alex said that what do you get out of doing this match again? Like, you done it, and it's fine if Kosei Fujita wins. And I warned him. I was like, brother, I don't think that's happening. I think it's just going the other way. I think you're just gonna get 50-50 nonsense, which is what they're doing. Yota Tsuji is gonna win the belt back at Dominion, but like, you that's the formula that you've done for so long, right? New guy that you want to establish wins the world title for a bit. Well, you do that when you're financially solvent, when you hadn't just been sold by your parent company
for $160 million less than you're worth.
Yeah, exactly. You do that when you're financially stable and you want to elevate a dude, blah blah blah. The story to tell now is that we have an ace come see this guy, and it could have been Yota Tsuji, but again, it's just a bevy of weird decisions. But I can't complain too much about the tournament because again, I didn't think it was that bad. I think there's a lot of people in general that are like kind of misrepresenting the actual like in-ring quality of this company because they're so frustrated with the booking. And I feel like it's 2 different conversations. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can be mad at the booking and still acknowledge they have a lot of good wrestlers. Like it's both. Like we still
They have a
we
lot of
still
good
do that.
wrestlers, but the problem is there's no booking to make you care about
There you go.
about
There you,
the wrestlers.
there you go. There you go. It's
And
too.
they
It's
still
like
have
it's.
Yoshihashi now.
Oh my god, it's two different. This motherfucker, he's been wrong for years now, but it's two different conversations, man. I don't know, but it's fine. I recommend.
I mean,
the
your
final.
hottest act is a tag team
Exactly.
by far.
That
By-
I feel
by-
like they should just push as main eventers, right? Like these shows should
Right.
just main event with the tag titles because they're the hottest act in the company, but they won't do that. They won't do that. So I don't know. Yay! Get hype. Going to see them next month. Hooray!
Have they announced anything for that show? For those shows?
No,
No.
we'll find out they usually announce the participants at Dominion. So that's when
At
we'll
Dominion,
find
okay.
out.
Maybe then you'll be excited.
We shall see. I don't know. We shall see.
But speaking of excitement, WWE put on the greatest match in their history last week.
Fuck that. Fuck you. Fuck you.
So,
Was it the highest rated? What did he rate it higher than any other match?
Mhm.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
but
It was better. I'll say this: it was better than a ton of those NXT matches.
I don't know about that.
When you say a ton,
I don't know about that. What did you give it? Oh,
like-
anyways, we're talking about Grande Americano versus Grande Americano Masters and Max from AAA Notable.
the,
Blah
the,
blah
the
blah.
women's match, I think, is better. The
What did you give it?
what?
I gave that match 4 1/4.
I gave it
Which-
4.5. I really liked it.
The AAA match, yeah, I gave it 4.5. I thought it was really good. I thought it was probably the best WWE match we'll see in like the rest of the year and probably maybe next year too. But
But to me, it was like, it's just like they put on something great, and people act like it's like Moses coming down with the tablets from Mount Sinai. Like you can't believe how good this is. Like, have you seen this? Like, people are evangelizing this match, and it's just like, it's just a really great match. What do you want me to say? Like, because on top, like, because that's okay. I'll say it's a really great match. But you have to acknowledge the fact that the gimmick is designed to make Donald Trump laugh. That's literally its whole purpose. Like, you cannot, if you cannot acknowledge that being gross and disgusting.
the thing is the Mexican fans don't acknowledge it for being gross. That's the problem with that. Like, I agree with you, but the Mexican fans are the ones that are like, we kind of like this, even though they know wink, wink, and nudge, nudge.
My thing is though is like the story is like Chad Gable learned to appreciate lucha libre, right? But it wasn't really conveyed in the feud at all, or in the
Well, it
match.
became something else. It became he was this character, and then they brought in another guy to play this character. Neither of them Latino or Mexican or anything of Spanish
But
descent.
Kaiser's fluent because he has a girlfriend who's Mexican.
Yeah. So which is fine. We can do, Conan's Cuban, be done with it.
I thought Conan was Russian.
No.
Is it? I don't know. I don't
Russian? No.
I don't know much about Conan other than he was huge in the 90s. Absolutely massive.
Oh, he was adopted. Never mind.
Yeah.
His last name always bothered me, but it's like, oh.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways. But anyways.
I do
And-
agree. Josh, you need to listen to this.
Yeah, you got to be more specific. Definitely, it's AAA fans.
Gosh, you need
Triple A.
to. Yeah, well, that's yes, AAA fans.
They're a different breed. They always been a different breed. They're a different
Yes,
breed.
they want to have fun is what they want, and they and this and that, and they don't. It's just different, which is fine. I'm just saying that you're right about the Donald Trump stuff, but for some reason they don't care. So, which is frustrating. But anyways, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, AAA has never, because even from its inception, Conan was like, I want to do American style
Right.
in Mexico. they weren't even talking about trying to do Lucha Libre. They had luchadors, but they weren't. It was not Lucha Libre. It was American style in Mexico. That's always been what AAA's been. So that part just doesn't bother me. It's the fact that people are saying this is the best Lucha Libre match in years, and saying this is great for Lucha and
Can't
all
really
the
talk about
stuff
that. Chase,
is
can we
all the
Just,
stuff.
especially since last year we had a match that was 1,000 times
better than this one. Better than this one. But here's what's bothering me about this whole situation, right? First of all, let me address Dave Meltzer. Dave, I don't care that you break your scale. I don't care. It doesn't bother me the way it bothers some people.
Well, if
Doesn't
someone had
bother me
shown
at all.
up, I had a whole argument about that, but he ain't here.
That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is that, brother, you gotta have perspective sometimes. This is the highest rated match in the history of Mexico for the Wrestling Observer newsletter. When we die, hundreds of years from now, and people go back and look at the sacred text of pro wrestling, they will see Grande Americana versus Grande Americana rated higher than Sandra Chicana and MS Uno. They will see this match rated higher than Villano 3 versus Atlantis. They will see. No!
Keep
No!
going with the Atlantis matches. Keep going with the Atlantis matches. You probably got like
Dave!
3 more. You probably got 3
Dave!
more you can add.
But that's I don't want to heart too much. But Dave, just think about that. A match that started with a very problematic premise with 2 white dudes. It's the highest rated match to ever happen in Mexico. Just really reflect on that, Dave. Really reflect on that.
See,
But
and here, if we're gonna get into, and I hate having star rating debates, but my thing with him breaking the scale, that's fine because he broke the scale because he thought Kenny and Okada was the greatest match he ever saw. And I also think that he was like, this is also, while not safe, it was safer than the other matches that he would have said were the greatest matches he ever saw. So I think he wanted to differentiate that. I think that's why he broke the scale. The problem is,
Well, that was the third time he had done it.
well, yeah. I mean,
The first time was Flair and Steamboat in a match that I watched last weekend because I didn't know there was footage of it. And holy fuck, watch that match if you haven't watched it. Even though it's terrible, bootleg rip, audio's awful, it's fucking amazing. It's a house show match between Steamboat and Flair. Of course, it's incredible. And the second time was Misawa Kawada, the one. You know, the one.
right.
And
Right.
then the third time was Omega and
Right.
Okada.
But if you want to break the scale, then that needs to be for matches you think are, I would say, at minimum top 25 matches you've ever seen in your life. Maybe top 20 matches you've ever seen in your life. That's what that should be. That should be the everything else you just give 5 that you think is truly outstanding. But when we're talking about like the greatest matches of all time, that's when you break the scale. Not all these NXT matches, not this, not like what the like. It's very annoying, and I think it hurts Dave's legacy. Even though I think his star ratings don't mean as much today, anyways, because we're not all running around trying to find tapes. We're not all. It's much easier to find everything. I think someone like Alan Farrell is a much better source to say, "Hey, I'm not watching everything. What who's somebody that I can listen to that can point me to some great." I think he's far better right now
Alan
than
is
Dave is.
incredible. Alan
Than
is
Dave,
incredible.
because he watches everything, and he has and he has weird tastes. Like you have to know what he likes versus what you like. But I think that part of it, I think it hurts Dave's legacy in that sense. That's where I think a lot of people have a problem with it, but they don't know how to like voice that. They just get mad about the star rating.
Chase, take Variety Vendor's comment. That one right there.
Oh damn it! Quit chatting.
All right, so I agree with Meltzer because it's a rating for a WWE match, not a lucha match. He rates in terms of promotion. This is
No, he
also the
doesn't.
highest. This, but
Also, no, he doesn't.
even if that's the case, this is the highest rated WWE match of all time. When you watch this, did you feel like this was better than Brett versus Austin?
Right.
No.
Did you
That's
feel
the
like this was
standard.
better than Taker and Michaels? Did you feel like this was better? You know what I mean? Did you feel like this was better? And I'll give Long Nose this. Triple H and Cactus Jack. Did you feel that way? Did you? Just answer that
Which
question.
one?
Both of them. Either one doesn't matter. The two main events. The two. Come on, man. No. But let's talk about Chase's point. The people that are acting like this match is the greatest match of all time. You motherfuckers that have done this have told me that the between the bells doesn't matter. All that matters is the characters. And all this. Anytime you say anything that looks like pro wrestling, you're coming like the scene in the first Scary Movie. It's crazy. Anytime we give you motherfuckers a sip of wine, you act like you just drunk the whole motherfucking bottle. Like, bro, if you watch more pro wrestling, it all looks like this. Everywhere around the world, everywhere, pick a promotion. It doesn't matter. Everywhere that is not TKO is putting on matches just like this one. Literally just like this one. Watch anything else. Anything else, and you can get it all the time. Why is it different? Because it's TKO cameras, advertisements everywhere, and a bunch of goddamn commercials. Somehow it's different now. Explain that shit to me. Every motherfucker that was like, oh, this is one of the best matches I've ever seen, match of the year. You tell me why it's so goddamn different than anything than the Texas Death Match with MJF and fucking Hangman Page. You tell me why it's so different than some of the brawls we done seen. Tell me why it's different from Darby Allin and Tommaso Ciampa. Tell me why it's different than some of the best death matches we've seen all year. Tell me why it's different than any other fucking match that's looked like this. Tell me why. If the only thing you can tell me is they don't do it very often, well, that just tells me that you don't get good wrestling very often. So shut the fuck up. Ran over.
Done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Well,
I'm done.
you're gonna go viral again. I'm just gonna
I mean, yes, what Markeem just said. Also, I would add that these same people continually, like, we are told that, to Markeem's point, I think what the thing is I think if you ask them, compare it to somebody else, you know who they're going to compare it to? They're going to compare it to TNA. Hey, he's in a car.
What the
You made
fuck
it,
are
though.
you doing?
Bro, I've had a brutal day.
No.
Message
Good
him and tell him
God.
that-
No.
Kids, you are loud as shit. Fix your mic.
Yeah, the mic is not okay. But they're going to compare it to TNA. They're not going to compare it to AEW. They're going to compare it to TNA and say, well, it's better than that. Well, yeah, that's dog shit. That's one of the worst promotions on the planet.
That's probably going to win worst promotion of the year this year. You're absolutely right. It is better than that. Jesus Christ, man.
But I would. It's here. This is a us geek rant, but honestly, this is what people should be asking themselves when they say shit like, "Oh, this is such a great match." Where is this gonna rank when the matches of the year come out? Honestly,
it might rank high because people do really love
where?
Where? I mean, I can see it being
like on the Observer. I think it'll be on the list.
10. It'll be
It'll
top
be
10.
on the list, but I don't think it's gonna win.
Yeah, I think let's take the VOW match of the year. It'll probably be top 30.
I don't think so.
It's a big match though. It's a
big match. I don't think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not talking about in terms of quality, because you got to remember.
I think
it'll probably
50.
be. Yeah,
I think top 50.
It'll probably be on a lot of like different ballots because of where it took place. I can see it being top 30,
We'll see. We'll
like
see.
27-ish. I can see it. I don't agree. I mean, hell, the Hell in a Cell match was top 10. The Drew McIntyre and Punk match, because of where it happened, it was top 10.
Not true.
I,
But I mean, that
liked
was
match.
that was really
match was
good. though.
great.
That was
I did too, Chase, but I don't think it was one of the top 10 matches that year. Not at all.
I didn't watch a lot of wrestling that year, to be fair. But that's a different story that I've told you about now.
Correct.
Uh,
Yeah, Sean. It wouldn't surprise me just because of where it took place. More people will see it. Wouldn't surprise me. I don't think it will, but it wouldn't surprise me. Watch more wrestling. That's all I ask, man. Just watch more wrestling.
Watch more good wrestling.
Yes.
There's lots of good wrestling. I will say this in the future. There's a lot of good wrestling out there. There's enough wrestling out there for everybody that you can find something that you like, and you don't have to just settle for WWE. That's a future rant that you guys will see in the future.
That's a good point. It is coming. Who dogged it?
my dogs.
Hey, shut up, Lex. We're doing the show.
Hold on. All right.
They just disappeared. How did you do that?
Oh God.
They're mad about something.
Yeah, you pissed them off. I don't know what happened.
Oh Lord.
They're mad at each other about something. Anyways,
Where's the?
I
How
don't
do I
know.
mute myself? I can mute everybody. How do I mute myself? Oh, whatever.
What's the next topic? Me and Josh are
There
going.
it
Just tell me the next topic.
What's the next topic, Trace?
What's the next topic?
Oh, dead. He never got to talk about any of this.
He's not here, is he?
Hear him. Oh, there he went.
Oh, all right.
Let me think. Oh, speaking of WWE, did y'all see the live viewer count for the Raw on last Monday? The number of
think
people
that's
who
accurate?
watched it the first
You
day?
think that's
what's
bracket?
going on?
I would hope to God it's not.
I'm here.
You're not killing our eardrums. Good.
Is it better?
Turn some bit sideways.
Why?
See, it doesn't.
Why
work.
did it work for? Why did it work for Travis but not you? Are you using the front cam?
Probably.
Yeah.
If you can hear me, what does it matter?
He's still kind of loud, but let's go.
Is it better? Is it better?
It's
Slightly.
better now. It's better now.
All right.
It's better.
Are you in the AI car or your own car?
No, this is my own car.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Well, yeah.
All right.
Like I thought I was in that when you guys were finishing the Val Match of the Year thing. I thought I was part of that conversation. I was talking, but it seems like I was removed from the studio, and but it looked no different than it looks now. It's me with you three screens. There was no change, but it just was weird. Is it not too loud? Is it at least manageable? Can we talk like this?
Yeah, I can deal with that.
Yeah.
You was loud as hell before.
You
You were
way
like-
too damn loud.
It's the car. I don't know. It's the weird thing about being in car audio. But yeah, let's talk stars. Let's do it. It's fun.
We already did it.
No, I heard you guys say at the very end, Kid didn't get the chance to talk about any of this, and then I rejoined the call. So, because the stars conversation to me is not the WWE conversation. To me, those are separate conversations.
So what's the conversation?
All right, can we talk about because I think it's worthwhile, because every time this happens, right? Dave rating a match really, really high. Everyone on the internet freaks out. And then a combination of Dave and a lot of the wrestling websites out there say, why does everybody care about this? Why does everybody care about this? Why does everybody care about this? And everyone is saying that over and over and over and over and over again. And to me, it's kind of exhausting that everyone is very loud about how they don't care about this, and then they just repeat the same conversation over and over and over again. And this WWE match instigated it, but it's not even about that match in particular. I think generally, I want wrestling fans to, one, accept star ratings as being a good thing and a key thing, and not just wave it off as just one man's individual opinion. I think we should embrace its role. because everything you do in life is rated out of 5 stars these days. You go on Amazon to buy a product, it's rated out of 5 stars. You look up restaurants on Google and Yelp, it's rated between 4.3, 4.4, 4.5 out of 5. Letterboxd now rates movies out of 5 stars, and that has become super popular. I think it's time to stop like being ashamed of it, or even saying it's just subjective, and realizing that a 5-star rating is key to interacting with all forms of commerce and entertainment in 2026. And it's not just that it's subjective. There's nothing wrong with that. No, we should embrace it with our chest. We shouldn't be ashamed of it. Like, we should be like, yeah, absolutely. They are a key way for us to evaluate and analyze and compare different wrestling matches against each other, so we can filter out recommendations for other people to watch. If you tell someone to watch a GCW match, and you just say, like, this is a really interesting match or whatever,
I would
that
never
might not
do that.
Of course not. But nonetheless, I can use a better example then. Fine. Like, whether it be like a Stardom match. How about that? If you're recommending a Stardom match, I think putting a number on it makes a difference. I think if you tell someone who's a wrestling fan who knows better that this is a 4.5-star match or a 5-star match, I think that is a more significant weighted recommendation than just telling someone, go check out this really cool thing, go check out this great match. I think those terms are vague. I think those terms lose nuance. They lose differentiating ability between promotions, between matches. And I think it should be embraced. I think it should be something that we just lean into fully, rather than trying to run away from it and try to minimize it as individualized, subjective performance as possible. With regard to Dave specifically, I think the reason why it's an important conversation is because we don't have a lot of objective metrics of evaluating wrestlers and shows. Like, LV yells at us for using cage match. But why do we always cite cage match? Because we're looking for some way to approximate. We're not just me. Fuck that. That's just not true. That's not just me at all. Like, a lot of, like, Tay does it all the time. Brandon does it.
He yell whenever it pops up.
Yeah.
So, like, we need objective sources about how good a match was, because random sampling is flawed. Like, us talking to like 3 to 4 people in the Discord to get their opinion on a match may not be representative of a larger consensus. And when you get it's hard to find that, though. It's hard to find quantifiable ways to assess consensus. And that's what Cage Match tries its best to do. Even if it's limited, even if it's flawed, it's still one sample. Dave's star ratings, for better or for worse, if you want to be the preeminent voice in wrestling, which he is, like, it's one thing that we had to compare matches over time. And I think we're limited in that. If we're trying to be historians, we're trying to be precise, we're trying to be analysts. I think we are limited in the tools we have to assess how quote unquote good one thing is perceived to be on a wide scale, not just on an individualized scale. And I think one of the metrics we have is Dave's ratings. And I understand it's just one man's opinion, but it's also one of the only men who has tried to carry the banner for telling the history of wrestling properly over time. And in that vein, I do think that when he fucked the star system up by going to all these 5+ star matches, I do think it's not great, because it limits our ability to compare history and relate to matches over time. And I understand that that's just Dave's opinion. I understand that. That's the lowest common denominator, cheap fruit to say whenever we have this conversation. But it's because we're trying to understand the history of wrestling and analyze wrestling, and we're limited in our tools available, that one of the tools that we had, comparing how Dave compared 4- and 5-star matches over time, is now completely diluted. And like, you guys probably talked about this, but me and Josh said this in the Discord. I agree, wrestling is better over time, just like athletes get better over time. Fine. I even agree at the very, very peak level. If you want to say that modes of athleticism and modes of storytelling improve year over year, that we should have higher peaks now than we did in the history of wrestling, I think that's totally fine. If you want to say Okada and Omega achieved a level of wrestling art form that no other match did before it, I think that is a reasonable argument to make. I even think it's reasonable to say we should have 5-star matches more often these days than we used to, because we have great Dynamite matches every single week and great AEW pay-per-views 12 times a year now. I think that's totally fine. The problem is that when if Dave wanted to reserve the special 6- and 7-star rating for like one match every 2 years, or the one match a year that truly transcends, I think Josh and I agree that would have been okay. The problem was we got to a point where now anything over 4 stars is basically, anything over 4 stars can get 4, it can get 4.5, it can get 5, it can get 5.5. And it dilutes the sample, and it makes the relative value of a 5-star match kind of meaningless. Like, unfortunately, you guys can say it's just Dave's opinion, but here's the thing. Do I think Dave Meltzer really believes that Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland on Dynamite, which he gave 5.5 stars, that he really believes that would have been the best match in the history of wrestling in 2016? I actually don't think he believes that. I think he will say that because I think in trying to justify this stance, he will say, but wrestling's gotten better, but wrestling's gotten better, but wrestling's gotten better. He has his feet dug in on that. I really don't believe if we did a Blue Moon Theater with Dave Meltzer watching the top 10 Manami Toyota matches, the top 10 Mitsuharu.
Please, Dave, please. Go ahead.
If we really did a top 10, if got Dave in a room, made him watch his favorite 5 Mitsuharu Misawa matches, Jumbo Tsuruta matches, Kenta Kobashi matches, Ric Flair matches, Manami Toyota matches, he watched all of them. And then he says, actually, Swerve and Kenny Omega from Sacramento Dynamite, March 2026, is actually the best match in that whole group. I don't buy for a second that he actually believes that. And I think,
but Misawa and Flair were both given 6 stars, kid.
No, Chase is wrong on this. The frequency of the 6-star, like the Flair Steamboat house show that he's talking about in Maryland, that Chase posted over, that Dial F for Film posted over the weekend, and Chase talked about it as well. Those examples are still very few. Like, those examples have only happened like 3 or 4 times when Dave did that with those guys. And
hold on, kid. Chase, do you? Because I'm kind of with Kid on this. Do you think Dave Meltzer would say that, like, Swerve and what'd you say, Swerve and Kenny, kid?
Swerve and Kenny.
Yeah.
Do you think he would say that was better than, like, Akiyama and Kobashi in 2004?
Yes.
No.
I don't believe that.
I don't think so
I
either.
don't believe that.
And that's
I think
the
it's
issue.
better.
No. Okay, and the young Bucks and Adam.
Wait, hold on.
No.
You think that random Dynamite match is better than Jun Akiyama and Kenta Kobashi?
Yes.
This nigga tripping. This nigga's on the hardest stuff. This nigga is tripping. Go ahead, kid.
He gave the Young Bucks and Adam Cole versus Jurassic Express and Christian 5.25 stars at Full Gear 2022.
Is that better than Jun Akiyama and Kenta Kobashi?
No.
Okay, all right.
I like that. So, like, I think the way it is these days, when Dave goes 6+ on a modern day match, I do think at that point you could take it seriously when comparing to historical matches, because the matches that I did research on this on Cage Match a few days ago. If you look at like MJF Danielson, Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay at Wrestle Kingdom, right? Like the true like match of the year classics. He doesn't go 5.25, 5.5. He goes 6, 6.5. Ospreay Danielson, he went 6.5. When he crosses 6, that's like the real 5. Between 4 and 6
You're
can be
peaking.
anything.
Lower your volume.
Yeah.
Fine. Between 4 and 6 stars can be just any characteristic great match. When he goes 6 or above, or God forbid 7, you can kind of start to compare it to the all-time matches. And again, if you wanted to say that he genuinely believes Ospreay and Danielson is better than every match in history, I think that's a fine argument to make. The problem is in creating the ceremonial 6 and 7 star to symbolize how wrestling has evolved now compared to over time, that process itself was fine, like me and Josh said. The problem was the downstream effect. The problem was now he lets any great match cross 5 stars, and you get like these 50 Will Ospreay 5-star matches in the last 5 years thing, which is when it starts to not look reasonable. It's when other even smart wrestling fans start to be like, now we're kind of just fucking the whole system to begin with. And the reason especially why this is hard to defend is no one else does this. You guys don't give 6 stars. The Val guys don't give 6 stars. Like a lot of the major websites don't do it. Like no one else respects it. No one. And we all just kind of like laugh and smirk. It's like, that's just Dave being wacky, whatever. But I don't want Dave to just be wacky. I want Dave to be like the custodian of wrestling history. That's what he tries to be. And I feel like rating matches is not an irrelevant part of that responsibility. And he will never do this. He will never say, I thought Omega and Okada was the best match ever, so I gave it 7 stars. And in relation to that, I changed the rating of matches to where a 5-star match now is 5 out of 7. It's not 5 out of 5. And a lot of these matches on Dynamite that are getting 5 stars are really not comparable to the all-time classics. He'll never say that. He'll dig down and just say, no, I just think all these matches are genuinely better because wrestling is better. And then you get cornered into insane opinions, like the Young Bucks and Cole versus Luchasaurus Express and Christian is better than every match in wrestling history before 2016. It's like, he doesn't actually believe that. We can be reasonable. We don't have to do these super analytical, he gave it 5.25, all those other matches he gave 5, it's better. It's not the same 5. It's not the same 5, and we can be smart about that. And I think there's nothing wrong with saying rating wrestling matches matter, that comparing matches over time matters. And I think this diluted scale, it's only a problem insofar as Dave is the one complaining. Like, that's the reason why I got mad in that Discord, was it very much seemed like Dave was like the guy wearing the hot dog costume. Like, we're trying to find out the guy who did this. These people bitch about 5-star matches. They bitch about 4 3/4-star matches. Almost no one ever cares about the 4, the 3.5. That's not what drives the anger in the discussion. There's a reason we're having this conversation after the freaking mass versus mass match. It's always matches like this that prompt these arguments and prompt these discussions. And I'm not saying that it would have completely gone away if the scale didn't change. But by changing the scale, we just made it more common of a problem. And Dave only has himself to blame for that. And he should stop bitching about a problem that he created. That's not, I'm not saying,
Well,
and I just want to say, I'm not saying this means it's more important than everything else Dave does. Of course it's not. I'm not saying that means you ignore Dave Meltzer's reporting because of this. Oh, of course not. We could be smart. But I do think it's an annoying little problem that he created. And in doubling down and saying, actually, like, any random Luchasaurus, like you Luchasaurus and the Young Bucks at Wrestle Dream, I think got 5 stars. That's better than every match Kurt Angle ever had. It's like, this is what gets people upset. And all because we're dug down into a philosophy that, like I said, I don't think he really actually believes. I don't think he really believes Jack Perry has had better matches than Mitsuharu Misawa. He doesn't really actually believe that. Like, come on. But sorry, Josh, go ahead.
Yeah, Josh,
Well, I was
ask your
gonna say, I don't
question.
think you were here when I said this.
Who's going at him first?
No, I'm not gonna go at him. I just got a question. Go ahead, Josh.
I don't think he was here when I said this, so that's why I'm just, and then you guys can go off.
Well, he wouldn't listen to you anyway.
Whatever.
I listen to Josh. What the hell are you talking about? Me and Josh talk like reasonable adults. You're the one that was like out of line.
That the thing is I think it to me, the problem is I think it hurts Dave's legacy in a way. I think that's the bigger problem, because if he, like you just said, if he saved anything over 5 for stuff that I said, like the top 20, like he felt like this is legitimately now a top 20 match of all time, right? Because like you said, stuff evolves, stuff gets better, and you can say that. The problem is he's giving everything over 5. You had all those, like to me, where it jumped the shark was the NXT matches, because it was all these NXT matches that were like, these are not the best WWE matches of all time. They're not even close in a lot of regards. So,
Couple of them were, man.
Or Josh.
Couple of them were, but go ahead.
anyways, that's all I got.
These guys think Lars Sullivan in a ladder match was like better than any match All Japan has ever had.
Nigga, I said a couple of them. Relax, I did not say that. Relax. But no, my question is for Kid, because most people that I interact with, that in general, because I try to limit myself to people that actually know what the fuck they're talking about. They kind of look at Dave the same way I look at him, like, this nigga done lost his mind. I'm not gonna say it's no big deal, because I don't want to go that far, but I think we all kind of take these ratings now with a grain of salt, and it's unfortunate that we do. But the people that truly get upset about these ratings now, how much of tribalism do you think plays a part in that?
Well, of course.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I want to be very clear. Yes, these WWE fans that always get upset. It's unfortunate that he killed the bit with Roman Reigns by giving Roman Punk 5, because it was funny for the longest time. Every big Roman match, he would go like 4.5, 4 3/4, and these people would just go crazy because Roman had never checked that box of the 5-star match, and that ended this year. Yes, of course it's unreasonable, and of course WWE fans, like I'm guessing you guys talked about this. The reason why I think that match is getting like a unique attention, the mask versus mask, is because it actually felt like wrestling. Like, that was my instinct when I watched it. Like, this actually feels like wrestling.
Go back, Kid.
Yes, yeah, like
I got something for you if you wanted that.
Well, like in the sense of how like it didn't at least feel like this soulless like garbage that we get on these PLEs. Like, and I think because these fans are actually interacting with it for the first time, they're like, holy shit, what is this? And yes, that is of course tribalism, and that is of course dumb, and that is of course maybe a lesson to them. If you like this, maybe you should check out other things, because other things do this even better than this. And I absolutely agree that matters. I'm not here to defend the idiot WWE fans going after Dave. I'm here to say that Dave would be a lot less stressed out and tell a more accurate story of wrestling history, which is part of his job, if If you just didn't go this crazy. To Josh's point, we could have some 6-star matches, some 7-star matches. That's fine. It's the frequency. It's the frequency. It's the frequency. It's the frequency. It's the frequency to a point that doesn't match our sensibility. Like not even to a level that's reasonable. Because obviously wrestling's subjective. I thought that match was 4.5 and 5. Fine. I thought there were 2 5-star matches this last year. You thought there was 4. Fine. But when it gets to, I thought there was 2 and you gave 30. Like it leaves the reasonable discussion.
Well, and I'll say this. I think.
All right, hold on, Josh.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
Okay.
I got a question for Chase after this. Go ahead.
The thing I would say is, I think anyone that has watched wrestling for a very long time, or has watched a lot of wrestling from the past and modern, would tell you that if you wanted to say there are more 5-star matches happening in a year now, without question, that's happening. That's without a question happening, because I think you have so much of the top in-ring talent now is in one place, and before it was in one place, it was in 2 places, that you had a lot of that happening. So I think that's that's a legit thing that I think gets lost in all of this, is that there is a lot of truly great, astounding matches happening, but they get lost because of this weird debate that we always have. To Ricky's point, I think there's people like us that get mad because of everything we just said. It's a legacy thing. It's comparing it to history. It's all of those. And then I think you have like the other part, which is mainly WWE fans. They get mad because now everything's getting 5 stars, and so much of the past didn't get 5 stars, and they don't understand. And also, I think my biggest issue with just looking at the 5 stars is you do lose context, right? Within those matches, because there are matches that you go back and you go, this really got 5 stars. Hell in a Cell, the first Hell in a Cell, which got 5 stars. You watch it now and it's just like, okay,
slow and plotting. It doesn't have a lot of like big giant spots. It has some spots, but it was so different than everything that we'd really seen before, with them climbing the cage, with the table spot, with a lot of that stuff. It was like completely changing. When you look at the TNA 3-way, if you go back and look at it, it's like, maybe this is 5 stars. But if you understand what Dave saw,
What?
No, let me finish. If you understand why Dave gave it that, it had a lot to do with the fact that he thought that Joe and Styles and Daniels, this was going to be a leaping point for them, and the company was going to get behind them, and that didn't happen. Which I think is one of the reasons when you go back and you go, oh, wow, this is really great, but it's not that defining match that Dave thought it was going to be. And there's a lot of 5-star matches that fall into that, which people go, I don't really, he gave this 5, and they don't understand the context. And I think that's one of the problems by just going by the 5 stars and not going, hey, he gave this 5 stars. I didn't understand it. Let me see if I can find out if there was something about this I don't understand. And I don't think a lot of that goes on. So,
well, the thing is that most of the places that post his ratings on the internet, they don't include his actual review with it. They just have the match and the rating.
Right.
Like he generally will write 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs about a match and then put the rating.
Especially a truly great match. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, but it's like the fucking gaming people where all they do is click on a review, scroll all the way down, go to the number at the bottom, and move on. It's like you're not reading
that, this game is actually really great, but there's so many bugs and stuff in it, I can't.
So I gave it an 8. I didn't give it a 10.
Right. And then you play it later and you're like, wait, this is awesome. What is going on? And it's,
Well, when I played it, the shit froze when I tried to jump on top of a boulder. You know what I mean? But Chase, I wanted to ask you something. So I love Ricky's point about, and good job. You know, even when I don't agree with you, you so well spoken, you little son of a bitch. But I wanted to speak to Ricky's point about relative, right? Like relative to era. You're an NBA fan, Chase. You're an NBA fan.
Giant, massive.
Like it's almost like
leaked a team's logo, hacked their website, and leaked their logo and press conference video.
There you go. It's almost like these kids that disrespect Bill Russell. You get what I'm saying? That's why I get kids' points so much, because I'm like, bro, I'm not about to sit here and listen to you tell me that because Bill Russell played in the 60s, relative to his era.
What was there? where?
But he's Bill Russell. He's Bill Russell, man.
No, I'm saying Wilt was
No.
there and couldn't do
He
anything
was-
with
Okay,
him.
okay. Let's take Will. Let's take both of them. It doesn't matter either one. You're not about to sit here and tell me because fucking I don't know. Give me an athletic big. Bam Adebayo is playing now.
No, you know what?
You know what I mean?
That's
Like
the
you're not
best
gonna do
example-
that.
The best example I ever heard with
No disrespect, kid. I'm
Russell-
sorry. I'm sorry.
with Russell
fine.
was people that saw them both play, right? Always said this, that if you wanted to know how Russell played, watch Olajuwon, because that's how he played.
Mhm.
And even people today would tell you, oh yeah, well he was a small forward, he was a power forward playing center, but he could play big, and that's the same thing. So I think, like you said, but people don't do that because they don't listen to real comparisons. And I think one of the other issues is that NBA commentators and people that commentate on NBA
Oh,
are
yeah, we're not
really
gonna
bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
we-
don't know.
really bad.
We can't go down
Yeah,
there.
that's a whole.
We cannot
That's a
go
whole
down-
other can of worms.
But I think that's, to your point,
Yeah.
the thing is that they're not thinking. People are here at the here and now. They're not looking at the wider picture of things. So
Yeah, but kid, that was a damn good point. Good job. That was a damn
What-
good point.
And I did have I know if Chase had a response, that's fine. We can deal with it. I just wanted to say that I do agree to Josh's Hell in a Cell point, like because I didn't include this in my little preamble. Absolutely, I recognize there's stuff over time that on rewatch in 2026 doesn't age as well. Now, granted, like Josh said, you have to do the work to understand the context and understand why those moves or that setting or that stip, whatever the case may be, like meant something at that point in time. Like I absolutely agree with all that. I absolutely agree that for Dave to say, if I were to rewatch 5-star matches from the 80s and 90s, they wouldn't hit the same nowadays. I think that is understandable. Again, the problem is the frequency. The problem is you get to a point where Bryan Danielson never had a 5-star match by Dave Meltzer until 2021 with Kenny Omega. That was the first one. You can look it up. And if you watch a lot of the because I've said this on the show before, like I watch mid-2000s Ring of Honor all the time. I still go through DVDs constantly in my spare time. I just don't talk about it in the Discord. And that era, that 2005 through 2010 era, that funded like the style of wrestling of Joe and Punk and Danielson and Aries and all these guys. That funded the style that led to the PWG explosion that leads to modern AEW. And I'm sorry, if you watch even back then, 2005 wrestling, a lot of those athletic matches at their best, you see a lot of the athleticism you see nowadays. And again, I get it. Athletes get better over time. I agree. But you see a pace of action that is comparable to modern Dynamites, that is better than modern Dynamites. So, which is why you get into ridiculous things where a random Swerve Dynamite main event is better than every match in Ring of Honor history. No, I don't believe it. And I think the stylings of pace and athleticism do not apply in those examples. If you want to say in the 80s it doesn't come off the same way, or Hell in a Cell in 97 doesn't come off the same way, fine. Mid-2000 stuff that funded a lot of this AEW style to begin with, I don't think the athleticism looks out of place. I don't think the pace of the match looks out of place by 2026. So saying that all these matches are just de facto better because wrestling is better, I think is lazy. As always, as we've talked about, as everyone in this call has agreed, it's multifactorial. Yes, wrestling is partly better. Yes, we have better athletes today. Yes, storytelling has evolved. All those things are true. That doesn't mean it explains everything. That doesn't mean it covers the gap in listed 5-star matches now versus 2004. Both those things can be true. Chase, what do you want to say to all
This
that?
little motherfucker cooked. I ain't gonna lie. I give you that. Cooked on
I
this
wanted
one.
to go first, but they went. How do you feel about precedents? Is that something you care about?
Are you saying precedent? Yeah.
Precedents.
Sure. I guess it's something
Okay.
Keep talking. Explain the context of it.
Because you gotta let me go.
You asked me a question.
All right. Whatever. Anyway, so Dave didn't invent this thing. Dave did not invent the star rating system. A guy named Norman
Cornette.
Dooley did. It was Norman Dooley, it wasn't Cornette. Originally, it was only 1 star to 4 stars.
Yep.
And what happened is they saw a Terry Funk versus Jerry Lawler match that they felt was better than every match that they had seen before. So they went, chink, done. There's precedence for this. Like he's only going for with what Mr. Dooley did in the 70s.
But I don't think
That's all
anyone's
he's doing.
complaining.
Then you know what he needs to do? You know what he
What?
needs to
But
do?
nobody's complaining that he
needs
went
to say
from.
that. He
But
needs
no
to
one's
say that.
complaining that he went to 7. What people are saying is that he went to
Yes.
7. He went to 7, but then he's like he's not being he's like when they went from 4 to 5, right? There still wasn't a bunch of matches getting between 4
Yeah,
and
there
5.
wasn't a ton of 4-star matches and shit like that wasn't happening. It wasn't happening.
Right? Like
No,
so I understand that part of it, but the problem is there's just this plethora now of like 5 and which that's the problem. It's not that he went to 7. I don't remember when he broke the scale. No one really was like, "Oh my God, he broke the scale. This is horrible." No one said that. Most people were like, "Well, he broke it before, so it doesn't really matter." It was the fact that he broke it, and then he broke it even more by just continually add matches that people were like, "I don't know about this." So I think that's the bigger problem.
Yeah,
Hell,
Chase.
Vic has a science to translate his inflation that he puts in the store every time he puts on ratings. So yeah, I get it.
And I think the inflation works both ways. I think that's where Chase and I got into this fight, where I said if Chase had to re-rate these matches in the 2000s, I used WWE as the example, but really I didn't care about it being WWE. It could have been any company. If Dave re-rated like some of those prime Ring of Honor matches by modern standards, I do think some of those matches would get 5.5. And that doesn't even mean they're real 5-star matches, because these modern 5.5s aren't real 5-star matches. But I think that inflation goes both ways. It's not just that modern day is inflated; it's that back then is also deflated because it wasn't judged by modern grading. Chase, to crystallize your example, because I figured you might bring this up. Like Josh said, we didn't mind. Ceremonially, Omega Okada did something no one else has ever done. We're gonna extend the star rating system because they've gone past the initial 5-star window. That would have been fine. The problem was letting more matches cross 5. In your example, this would be like they only had a 4-star scale. They're going to go to 5 because they had to accommodate this Terry Funk match that broke wrestling. But then as a result, you saw a 50-fold increase in 3- and 4-star matches. Nothing to do with the extra star, just because they raised the star and downstream overrated the matches underneath it. That's what has happened. You want to give a 7th star for rare, new, best matches of all time that we get nowadays? I think that's fine. But then the downstream effect is now there's more and more 5-star matches that previously didn't exist. That's the mistake. That's the issue. And that's where he is making a mistake, where you get these random Dynamite main events that are getting 5.5 easily, and they don't pass the smell test. No one else in this call would even say this is the best match in the history of wrestling pre-2016. It's happening too frequently. Again, I'm harping on Swerve Omega and Luchasaurus and Christian versus Bucks and Cole. Chase, there's literally hundreds of examples. Like, I could sit down and get every single 5.5 plus in AEW. You will see some insane examples that beat every Misawa match ever automatically. Like, it just loses the stance of reasoning. And to Josh's point, if next year we get a uniquely special new best match of all time, I do think that's believable. I do think it's believable to extend past the star rating system to do that. But then don't downstream 3 stars is now 4 stars, 4 stars is now 5 stars, which is like what has happened. And that's why you can't. And Chase, it got to a point where people stopped taking the rating seriously. We don't even. I mean, really, like, as much as we respect Dave, you guys don't take the rating seriously either, because we don't actually believe these are 5.5 star matches. Like, no one does. Like, so why? It's just become this little fun quirk that we all just accept. It's like, yeah, that's our drunk uncle who's gonna rate wrestling improperly, and it just is what it is. Like, that's what it's become, and it shouldn't be like that. It didn't have to be like that. He could have given Omega Okada 7 stars without overrating lower stream matches upstream, which is what he did.
We have talked way too much on the subject.
That's a good subject, man. I enjoyed it.
I know. I understand. I'm just saying that it's.
When I told Chase over the weekend, I wanted to come on to talk about this, because I think other people don't. What differentiates us is we talk about these things from different angles and a different level of depth than other outlets. And I thought that everyone else was having the boring, superficial, it's one guy's opinion, who cares?
See,
ratings are ratings.
I think that's at the same time. I always say this. I hate having this discussion because we're arguing star ratings, and I hate that. But at the same time, because it's Dave, I think it's different, because you are talking about, and I've the Voice of Wrestling guys have brought this up a lot. Dave's legacy needs to be protected in a lot of ways, and he needs to do a better job at protecting his legacy.
100%. I agree.
And he doesn't, unfortunately. And so I think that sometimes that's where some of this pushback comes from, is people going,
Well,
you know what, Dave, we need to like protect you from yourself in some
to
regards,
me,
because
the
you are
biggest
the voice.
problem with that right now isn't his star ratings. It's the AIification of that fucking platform that's disgusting.
Well,
I mean,
that's been an issue with people for like 4 years now. So not that specific point, but just the website itself has been about, people have had issues with it for about 4 years now. So
Like you could still, like, you can get an RSS feed that'll give you the Observer and the podcast, and never go to that site or see their social media. It's fine, but their social media is terrible. That website's become a trash fire. Ugh. And his name's all over it.
right.
Chase's dogs are going nuts.
And look, this is a smaller point. This is not the main reason I came on here, but like I do want to say, like, it hasn't, from what I can tell. When this like Dave-flation that like Dave has let go, and Dave is like really dug in on, no, that Dynamite main event is better than every All Japan match I've ever seen in my life, which is obviously not. Again, people say it's his opinion. Who cares? I actually don't. Like I said, I don't think it's his opinion. I don't think if he actually rewatched everything, he would actually say that, because some of the extremes are too far. The problem is if it can, in fact, because you guys care a lot about the Hall of Fame. Like you, Josh, and Markeem, and Jake, you guys come on here every year. You give a phenomenal, for my money, like, there's no money involved, but it should. It's that good.
Kid. Stop it, kid.
No, it is the most like deeply discussed wrestling history podcast I listen to every single year. And Dave himself is someone that even people who criticize Dave still trust him as a historian of wrestling, still trust him as a custodian of like tracking these guys' legacies over time. And again, it's one thing to say wrestling is better. It's another thing to say that like that Swerve Strickland and Jack Perry are reaching planes of wrestling that Mitsuharu Misawa never achieved. Like that's at a point that affects your telling of history too. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like not that I'm not saying Dave would ever say that Jack Perry's a better worker than Misawa, but you are saying that these 5.5-star matches, the new scale that we've expanded, you are saying these guys hit a level of wrestling that the other guys never did. And that is going to affect your ability to tell the story of how guys were over time. And I hope
he's essentially saying that like Jack Perry has had better matches than Misawa -1. That's crazy. Like that's crazy. Like the best Jack Perry match is better than every Misawa match -1 of them. That's
and even for the elite guys, even for the Ospreys and the Omegas, it's not just like, obviously, okay, those guys are on that level. I guess that's not as crazy. Then it becomes a scaling problem. It's not just that they've hit that level more often. They hit that level 50 times more often, 30 times more often, 25 times more often. Like the list of 5-star matches historically is like, it's almost a joke, because Osprey's at like 55, Kenny's at 45, and you have all these legends that are at like 6, like 10. And it's just, it didn't have to get this way. It didn't have to get this way. We could have done the ceremonial, we have to expand the star rating system without leading to this explosion, where Jack Perry and Roman Reigns and Willow Nightingale and Marina Shafir and all these people are having just 5-star matches constantly.
Hey, leave my baby out of this. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Fine. That was fun. That was a good time.
What'd you say, Markeem?
What's up? Don't do it.
Markeem Graham.
What else do we got, Chase? What else we got?
Well, I think that was
Theater.
the Punk stuff that we haven't touched on at all. You've been in clinic all day, so you don't know about this. Oh.
What the hell happened?
Hey. Oh,
What?
it happened again.
Before you say it, the funny part about this is you're right. I'm completely clueless. I have no idea, and my mind is like, oh my god, like this could be anything.
So
Hold on. Wait. Time out. Hey, let him guess. Let him guess what it might be.
Oh, okay. All right.
What do you
Guess.
think?
Well,
Chase is
I have to set the stage. So he has not been on WWE programming since the Raw after Mania. Go.
Yep.
Why?
I'm gonna guess that he is going to fake an injury, or he had a backstage fight with a higher up WWE executive. That would be my two guesses.
Ooh, that's
Very
close. That's
Very
close.
very
That's
close.
close.
Oh man. All right, go ahead.
What did Mr. Unhappy do now?
So just like with Brawl Out, lawyers are involved.
Oh God.
Because the way the wrestling media is, we don't know what it is, but apparently he asked for something, was told no, got his lawyers involved, was told no again, and is now pretty much frozen.
Oh.
20
Oh
years,
my
bro.
God.
20 years.
We
He's been
we
doing this for
don't
20
know
years.
what he asked for. We just know that he was told once no to himself and once no through his lawyers. That's all we know.
All right, kid.
And now he's just off to
What do you
Yes.
think he asked for? Because we were talking about it earlier. What do you think he asked for?
a raise, but I feel like lawyers wouldn't get involved.
Oh,
for
okay.
that,
So
though.
that's another part of this rumor, is that he's one of the guys they asked to take a pay cut, and he said no.
All right.
That
so-
would that tracks. That would make sense.
All right, so here's what I think. I think he wanted to beat Roman, and they said no. That's what I think. That's what I think happened.
Maybe he wanted the pay cut with like other assurances, like maybe like a Hogan-esque like creative control in his contract or something.
Or maybe he said, "I'll take the pay cut, but I want the match with Cody."
That's
Hey.
also-
You know what would be a fun exercise? Do you still have that link where people can post like questions to us and stuff? Put that link somewhere in the chat or something. And
Brandon
guys,
has that. I don't have that.
damn it. Because a fun thing we could do is, what is your best guess what CM Punk wanted? And then we'll read some of the best ones. on
Is
the next
Sap
show.
actually going to reveal that tomorrow? Because Sap is doing this to milk Patreon subscribers. Because of course he is. But he's saying he's going to reveal what it is.
Oh, okay,
tomorrow.
never mind. Not as fun now.
Is he actually going to do that though, or is he just going to get people to subscribe and then be
I would,
all
I would,
like
I
this
would,
week?
I would think he will announce whatever he has been told. That he
Who's stupid enough to subscribe because of that though? Like it's just gonna get aggregated like seconds after he announces it. Like why would you have to give him money for that?
And then he'll complain about it that it gets aggregated, which is one of the things with him.
He started freaking doing copyright claims on Twitter.
I'm like, dude, imagine if Dave did that. Imagine if
He's
Dave or
never done
Brian
it in
did
his
that.
life.
Back in the day when no DQ was like somewhat used by wrestling fans and like they would just rip everything from Dave constantly,
Yeah.
and Dave just kind of like shrugged his shoulders, like just let it happen.
It's fine.
That still happens. There are multiple
Dial-
people
dial
that make
up for
six
film
figures
and
that just
do-
copy and
There
paste.
are
from the
literally
Observer.
accounts that will be dead all week, and then as soon as the Observer comes out, they just start posting
Yep.
stuff. Do, 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 do.
Now look at Dial Up for Film and Duke, what they put in the chat. Interesting. Oh man, because you know he likes feeling like the mentor guy.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You sure about that? I think he feels more like being like Mike Quackenbush.
I mean,
That was give all hate to Chase for that one. That was
oh man, don't make
what
me
do we do?
sad.
so.
He did the shit?
Is there a concern that like he will? Because I like he and Cody both. I'm sure they realize if they're being asked to take pay cuts or if they're not going to be pushed like Roman is. Like
I mean, apparently,
like
Cody's
we've
not
talked a
happy
lot.
with it.
Like
Apparently
are they
Cody's
like?
not
Because
happy.
here's the thing. Does Tony Khan? I know what the wrestlers would want. Obviously, the wrestlers in AEW want nothing to do with Phil. Does Tony Khan like? Because people have kind of said over the years that like Tony always had like an affinity for Punk. Like Punk was like his favorite wrestler in the world in 2004. Tony Khan has the sense of mind to like know, right? Like he's not
I
going to be
would think so.
tempted by like. It's
I
like
would think so.
it's like your ex girlfriend of like 5 years, like all of a sudden shoots you a text message, and you're like debating in your head, like what do I
Well,
do? What
the-
do I do? What do I do?
The thing isn't saying he's going to get fired or released. It's saying he's iced
Yeah.
for the
But
foreseeable
what happens?
future.
Yeah, what
Because I
happens
think
if he
but I
does
think
though? Like what happens?
Oh.
Yeah.
for a lot of these guys, for Punk, Cody, Roman, whatever, like the natural, easy, like if like the Hulk Hogan move to do for any of these guys is to jump. Like
Right.
you would immediately be featured as a bigger deal. Like you would probably get not probably, you will get a raise, almost certainly, than what TKO is currently offering these guys. Like, and I just like, sure, maybe a guy like Seth Rollins is too much of a dweeb to do that, but it's someone like Punk or Cody. Like, actually, I'll just jump, and then I'll just make more money doing that.
Well,
And then what's
the
the
only
downfall
issue,
of
the
that?
only issue I think you have with that is I think that, and I think we've seen this with some people, is guys look at AEW and go, I can't hang there, which I think is part of the problem with Punk. Is I think that I think there are people that think they can, like, I think that's one of, like, I always bring this up just to defend him, but I think that's one of the things with Adam Copeland is that he did show up and he did understand the assignment that you can't just be doing your shit, that you actually have to, like, come in and do your stuff. So hats off to him. I don't think there's probably a lot of people in that company that, the only exception I would say with that would be Roman, just because if Roman was just Roman and he just put on the same type of matches that he always does, that would actually get him over even more as a heel. That's but that's the one exception. But Cody could probably still go, and there's probably people that are there, but Cody looks like he's not happy either. I mean, that's the other thing, is that because apparently what he wanted for WrestleMania isn't what they got, and as well. So,
Man, with Cody, one conversation can happen and him and Tony will be fine. With Punk,
I think they're probably still fine. I don't think
probably,
they're.
yeah.
I don't.
But
think,
like Punk, I would like to believe that because of the wrestlers, because of the damage optically, I would like to believe that there's just no way Punk can be brought back. I just want to make sure, and I do believe that to a degree. I just want to make sure that Tony Khan himself isn't like allured by it because of his own relationship with
right. I think
Punk's
he would. I think
the elite, for example.
Sean just put up a pretty good, like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I think Tony would absolutely consider taking Punk back, but the problem is that he'd just be throwing a stink bomb in the AEW locker room from a morale standpoint, Sean Cedar. To me, I think if this year's business wasn't occurring, I think it's a much stronger consideration.
Right.
But we've had most bought Revolution ever. We've had most bought Dynasty ever. We've had most bought Double or Nothing ever. The actual TV ratings are through the fucking roof. But I don't know how often we're gonna get those. We got them once, but did you see that?
Shit is going well right now. So
yes, yeah. I think it's not as much as a consideration it would have been before the explosion of this year.
Yep. Fair. Good talk. Good talk.
Or do you want to really go for it and do it anyway, though? I mean,
I don't think they need him at this point.
They don't need him. They don't need
him. I think there's enough.
But it would not hurt.
And I think there's.
It hurt the locker room, but it wouldn't hurt.
I think there's enough people there that don't want him anywhere there that they'd be like, no. And I don't think it's just. And it's not just the elite people. I think there's enough people that are like, he doesn't need to be here.
I mean, Max is very public about not wanting him there.
Yeah.
Malachi was reportedly one of his good friends. He's not there anymore. So
Malachi's one is good. That checks out. That checks out. Malachi Black is one of your good friends.
What about Sama Kimatami? Was she friends with him?
Sama Kimatami. She's in the Marigold, right? The Marigold promotion.
That's what I heard.
We have theater next?
Yes.
What is the theater? I never found out what the match was.
Well, that's because it was going to get revealed right now. I asked Mark Keem to give me a match, and Mark Keem, what match did you give me?
Jushin Thunder Liger and I forgot. Jushin Thunder Liger and Ultimo Dragon, right? From Pro Wrestling War, right? Wasn't it? I can't remember.
It's almost like you're kissing my ass.
Yeah. This Jushin Thunder Liger is my favorite junior wrestler of all time. Ultimo Dragon might be Chase's favorite wrestler of all time, period.
Especially when you consider his ace student.
Which one?
Okada, dude.
Oh, well, I mean,
there's no others.
I mean, he trained a lot of people though. That's why I asked.
Who's as good as Okada?
I mean, I'm just saying in general. He just trained a lot of people.
Okada.
Relax. Damn.
It's Okada. Anyways, this took place during the Super J Cup '95. This is in the promotion wrestling. This is Wrestling and Roses, right? That's what it stood for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit the button, and it's gonna go. Kid, can you see this shit?
I can't see anything.
Well, I haven't hit the button yet.
I see it now.
Oh, Shun Skywalker. I forgot about this shit. I don't know. Because his contract is up with Dragon Gate. Rumor he's going up in New Japan. And I don't know. Wait and see, but I don't know.
That'd be a loss.
I'm first
I
this
haven't.
shit.
I ain't seen this in a while, so this will be fun. Look at the best mask in pro wrestling history. Well, the two best masks in pro wrestling history.
The two what?
The two best masks.
Oh, Matt.
Well, Hayabusa's up there too.
Jim, this is not the match we watched. This is a different match. Thank you for showing your comprehension yet again.
What y'all watch?
It's the Tokyo Dome one.
Oh yeah, not the same match.
This is not the Tokyo Dome one, Jim.
30分に交渉を行います赤コーナー新日本プロレス216パウンド重心サンダーライダー青コーナー WR196 パウンドウルティモドラ
That's the goat right there. That's the goat right there.
レフリー有能
Right there, the goat. Not that guy. That guy.
But see, look at this motherfucker. Do you remember that night we got in that big argument about that? Or was that me and Josh? Was that me? I can't remember.
If it was Ultimo and Liger, it probably would have been me and you.
Yeah, I think it might have been me and you.
I'd have been like, alright.
We know who was right.
We do not know who was right.
What's Darren Williams doing?
Watch the match.
That's how you know I'm right. Oh, they screamed.
This is a good match for that context for the era thing we were talking about before. Kind of funny we had that discussion and now we're watching this.
You know what's a really good match for context for era is
What's that?
Davey, or not Davey, Dynamite Kid and
Tiger
Tiger
Mask.
Mask. That shit still holds up.
Pick one, any of them.
I mean, I think the coolest one's the MSG one, but we can't do that one on this show.
Yeah, we can't do that. Maybe we can do it somewhere else though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
These two men know each other well.
Yoshihiro and whoever the fuck his name is.
Liger! Dragon!
Josh, do you know how the hell he got this contract?
Who?
Liger.
Which contract?
How he was always a freelancer.
No, I do not.
That's got to be a story.
We need John in here because John would know some shit like that. I do not either.
Yeah.
Well, he said he'd be willing to do Dream Slam, but he thinks we're crazy for that other idea.
Oh.
Ugh.
I mean, I would do Dream Slam. The other one,
We're doing it, Josh.
Don't be a punk, man. Don't be a.
I'm gonna be a punk. I can't. No, I have fuck life.
Where is Dragon Daya? I don't know. That's a good question.
Total World Backbreaker. But, clap, you fools. Hey, Total World Backbreaker right at you.
That's good humor.
Ask him.
How'd you find a version of this that has no commentary?
It was saved in my favorites.
Oh,
Oops.
It's all right. It's all right. They recovered well. It's okay.
that was a block. What are you going oops about? Ultima went for a abdominal stretch and Liger blocked it. Why are you saying oops?
Look like he tripped, man. Look like he tripped.
Ultima don't make mistakes.
Okay, relax. Relax.
You don't get 10 belts for making mistakes.
No, you get 10 belts from desperation. That's what you get. Let's make some money. That's how you get 10 belts. Let's all get paid, man. Well, not desperate, but some of those companies, yeah. But
Why am I way more enthralled by these two men doing this than Davey Richards and Austin Aries?
Because that match was,
it was weird.
it was a weird match. That's why.
Yeah, I was. Anyways,
There we go. This type of action
Oh.
was my life back in the day.
oh,
Liger!
no, 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 no. Basement drop kick.
Oh, that sucked. Oh my god. Another one.
Oh my god. Jesus. Granted, that was nicer than some of the other Germans we've seen lately.
Asking him.
What was that, Chase?
Liger saying ask him cracking me up. Ask him. That's how you know Liger's a smart businessman. He knew these American marks gonna watch this tape. They gotta know what I'm saying.
There you go. Almost like he looked at the camera at us. That's for you guys. So he's looking at us. See that?
So right back on.
Be like Muda and be able to speak almost perfect English and never actually speak it.
What? No. How do you think him and Sting had those good of matches? Come on. You can tell them two dudes love each other too.
Oh yeah, like the way they talk, like the way Sting talks about him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I just meant showing up for each other's retirement deals.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to change his answer, Liger. Good job to keep trying. No, he's still... No, Liger, I don't think he's going to tap. He's still going. Now he's saying no.
I mean, he probably knew that where they were going to make the money on this was the international tape sales.
Did this company ever make money? I know FMW did for a time.
I think so.
No. First high spot of the match.
Moving forwards.
No!
Is that Red Shoes?
Yep.
How old was he here? 95.
Probably 20 something.
I'm gonna have a son. He's gonna be a vacuum charisma.
They should just lean into it too instead of trying to find something with it. Boy ain't got no charisma. Just have him come out there literally as a blank slate and ruffle. That would work.
You remember when they had him come out with the kids' finger paintings?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Ooh.
I think he's gonna do the tiger feint. Nope. I say you do the ring.
Oh!
You rarely see people dive at that angle these days. Like through the turnbuckle.
Uh-oh. Oh!
It feels like they did their requisite chain wrestling and now they're done.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
It's not a dragon suplex. What are you doing?
When was the? This is
95, Jacob.
95. So he is 30, 32.
Who's
Born in
32?
67. Red shoes.
Oh, damn.
He looks old. He looks super young.
The agony in these submissions is so cool.
Missions.
Like you really feel the pain. Like in the abdominals, you
Submission.
really feel the agony. An abdominal stretch is a submission. Yeah, absolutely.
How far behind are you?
You look behind.
Oh fuck! I don't know why I'm behind.
He's very behind.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay?
What do you think Jim Ross's reaction was at Double or Nothing when he heard Excalibur call it a Liger Bomb for the first time?
Oh. We got a new champ. Uh-oh.
These kids out here.
Come on, Liger. Put him away.
No.
Tombstone. Wait, that's the Undertaker's finisher.
Wait, how am I behind? I just saw the tombstone.
Oh.
Headbutt.
I was confused because that was like 5 minutes ago what you talked about. Oh. I miss these crowds. Rest in peace. I don't think they're ever coming back in the
I'm sorry, I was watching. What did you say?
I said I don't think these crowds are ever coming back.
Yeah,
I don't think they're ever coming back either.
Nah, not like this. No.
I mean,
Whoa. Beautiful. That's the goat right there. Oh. Liger was backstage at Man Up. After every match, he'd be like, "Lighten up, lighten up."
Go for Avalanche Fisherman Buster. Not from there. Oh my God!
La Magistro.
Dude, no.
Oh. These people are going ballistic.
Liger, get up! Get up! There you go.
he did get up, but he moved out of the way.
Get out, Liger! 1, 2. Oh,
Well, I was worried there for a second.
I should have used you guys watching Man Up in my argument. Would have been even stronger.
What?
I said I should have used you guys watching Man Up in my argument. It would have been even stronger.
Yeah.
Boo! Boo!
to answer your question, Kid Kilowatt, the main event of this show, the final of the J Cup, was Jushin Thunder Liger versus Jado.
Yes, that Jado.
Wait, Jado or Ghetto?
Jado.
Oh, he can't believe it. Damn it.
Rey Mysterio and Sikoa. I don't remember that.
That's not an actual tournament match. It was just a
Oh, you're right.
Exhibition.
You're right. That's why I don't remember it.
But it's insane. So
But yeah, man, that was very nostalgic for me, man. Liger was one of my binge watches growing up. So yeah, very, very exciting for me. That was cool.
You just had to pick a match where my guy lost, didn't you?
I didn't even remember, honestly.
Uh-huh.
he was just like, I want to watch this match.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Yeah. You ever heard that question, like, if you were stranded on a desert island, what wrestler would you, like, watch if you could only watch one, who would it be? I always cheat and say Jay Briscoe, so I can have the Briscoes or Mark Briscoe, one or two. But if we're just talking singles acts, it'd probably be Jushin Liger for me. Not saying he's my all-time favorite, but he's definitely the guy I watched the most growing up. That wasn't an ECW guy. So, be Liger. What about you, Josh? I'm curious. Who would be your answer?
Might be. Probably be Kobashi, maybe.
It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one.
Yeah, probably.
I know Chases. We just saw him.
No, I was going to say Danielson for that
Oh,
case.
Danielson. What about you, kid?
Nah, he stole my answer. I was going to say Danielson too, in part because I feel like every Danielson match is a little different. Like, and I think that's, if you had to watch someone over and over and over again, you probably get more return from Danielson, more so than most people.
That's a good point. And plus, you get like 3 eras of the dude, so you get that indie. Well, 4. You get the initial indie run where he was blank slate guy, then ROH World Champion Bryan Danielson, then WWE Daniel Bryan, and then AEW Bryan Danielson. So yeah, 4 eras of the
Also,
guy.
I'm getting more annoyed now these days by matches where the beginning of the match does not matter. Which, great example, that was not the case in that match. But there's plenty of matches where the beginning feels kind of random and irrelevant these days, and it drives me crazy. And that was never really the case in a Danielson match. Everything that Danielson did mattered. I think that's also why I connect with MJF so much. Every spot in an MJF match means something. Every time.
Yeah. So what else we got? Is that it?
That's it. I have not recreated my 2 weeks video.
Oh, okay.
I don't have it. I've been busy doing other stuff, Josh.
What big show is coming 2 weeks from now? Anything?
Forbidden Door?
Guys, we didn't talk about Clash in Italy.
Oh, Jesus.
Why?
We're not talking about Clash in Italy.
Why?
I mean, I didn't watch it, so I can't say.
I guess Forbidden Door preview would be
Forbidden Door is in literally 2 weeks. Like, so I think it's more than apt.
Yeah.
And by that time, Dominion would have happened too, so I guess I'll talk about that a bit.
Maybe
another good choice for Markeem's question would be not Sarita. Would be
Saraya.
Tenru.
Oh, Tenru.
Teruta.
Yeah, Tenru, not bad. Oh, I'm tripping. The actual answer for me would be Terry Funk. What am I doing?
Oh, that's
That'd be the actual answer. Yeah.
He just won that stupid poll, and don't ever vote in stupid polls.